Well, welcome to Sunday Night Spins here at 35 to 1 Roulette Cruisin. Sure glad you joined us here on this Sunday night. Let's see who's on here with us. I got audio hopefully working tonight. Let's see how that goes. All right, so let's see. So Randall's on here. Hello all. Hey Randall. Ryan's on here. Hey Eric. What's up everyone? Let's see. Harbor to Happy Hour. Hello from Nashville. All right, Andrew. Hey Eric. Hey Andrew. All right, Professor. Twin Dad. Let's see. Hooray, I made it to a Sunday Night Spins. Hey, we're glad you joined us. I know sometimes, time-wise, this is kind of a bad time for some people that really enjoy, keeping up with us. But, 9 o'clock is what kind of works for me and just kind of finishes off my night before leading into the new week, right? And just kind of this is one time that I'm kind of free most nights at this time. So anyway, I try to do my best to accommodate, but sometimes I just have to do it around my schedule. But anyway, Big Day's on here. I'm here from Tennessee. All right, Big Day. Let's see. Robert's on here. Hey guys. All right, Robert, glad you joined us. All right, Robert, you got that super chat last week. So here's the reminder. At any point during tonight's live, you can do a one-hit wonder spin for a $1.99 super chat. And if you're new to the channel and seeing the live, what you get is you get 20 chips to work with. We place it anywhere on the table. There's no minimum anywhere. The only thing is you have to double your money. So you start with 20 chips. You have to at least earn 40 chips in order to win the chip. Okay, so as most everybody have seen, here's the chip here. So, if you're watching this after the fact, this is what we do at the end of the live. We put everybody's chips out and they win a chip. All right, so that chip's a special chip just for the channel here. And at any point in time, you can do a $1.99 super chat. So keep that in mind. So if one drops in here, all you have to do is tell me where to put your chips and we'll get that going for you. All right, let's see. Will Myers going on Virgin voyages on Wednesday for a 4-night for the first time. I usually only go on Royal. Fastest way to earn 3,000 points. Okay, the fastest way to earn 3,000 points. That's the question. So, it's how many nights? 4 nights? 4 nights, you're going to be pushing it, especially at the levels that I play. I typically run about 500 to 600 points a day is normally where I'm at. That's my comfortable spot. Now, if I'm really chasing the certificate, I might push to get 1,000 points to 1,200 points a day. You could do it, but somebody says you could do point pusher at the 225 level. Why don't we run that? Brian put it in here. Let's run that point pusher strategy at the 225 level. Now, this is an expensive one. That we ran this last week and we got it handed to us last week. But hey, I'm always up for a good run to see if we can recover all of our losses last week. Because last week it killed us. Okay, so, but that's how it goes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's just do a quick $225 a spin. So, well, I say we need to buy in for like 4 bullets. So that'd be 8. 9, that'd be 900. So let's say $1,000. All right, so here we go. $1,000. Remember, you cash on the table. All right, so there's $1,000 right there. There's 1,000. And let's see, and we're gonna get green chips. We're gonna run this at the 225 level. So we're gonna get green chips for that. Yikes. I think we did this last week and it didn't go very well. So 225, how in the world am I gonna do that? All right, we'll work through it. All right, I'm thinking more, okay. I'm thinking 450. I don't think we're doing 450 tonight. That's what we did last week and that's what killed us, right guys? All right, so remember, cash on the table, CPAS card to scan it, get back to you. That's how you get your points on the cruise. All right, so at the 225 level, we are going to put $75. So take 3 stacks of $75 here. Patty's on here. Hey, Patty. Glad you joined us tonight. All right, so here we go. So we're going to put $75 on the 3rd column. We're going to put $25 on all these corners and a $25 chip down there on that basket there. Now, of course, most everybody knows what the point pusher strategy is. I got an idea. Let's change your ball. We're going to start with a new white ball tonight. Let's see if that helps. Maybe that ball was a bad luck ball. Could be. Let's see if it works there. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off on my cell phone here because we got some bad weather rolling in, and I'm afraid it might start cutting out. If it does too bad, you guys just let me know, okay? All right, so 19. All right, so that's a push. That was one spin. Here we go, spin number 2. So we're going to do a quick 10 spins on this. Let's see if we can survive 10 spins. And if you can survive 10 spins, that's $225 right there. Aaron's on here. Hey, Aaron. Hello from the craps table on Grandeur. All right, how's Grandeur treating you, Aaron? I think I got too many. Why did I get this whole rack? I'm already cheating the system over here. I got a whole rack full of chips. I ain't even mine. All right, let's see. All right, 32. That's another push. All right, so Aaron is on Grandeur. Are you on there for the full week, Aaron? Let's see, what's the day? When'd you get on there? Was it last night? You got on there last night? I saw your post. All right, 14. All right, that's another push. All right, so talking about post, if you would, take a look in the description, and I created a Facebook profile for Roulette Cruisin. So be sure to go follow that link that's in the description, and go and follow that. And I'm going to try to start doing some things on there as well, and see how it goes. All right, 34. That's another push. All right, we're 5 spins into it. So yeah, so run over there and check out that Facebook profile I created. Let's see. All right, this is Professor Twin Dad. Question: can you bring an empty rack for your chips to the roulette table, or is that frowned upon? You know, I have seen people use a tray that they, but the casino usually provides it. I'm not sure. Oh, good. All right, so that didn't work out too well. So we already had a bust right there. All right, so we're just going to pay that out instead of raking the table. So there's $225 we've already lost after spin 5. All right, so now we got to see if we can recover that. We could risk it and start pulling chips, which I think that's what we did last week, and that's what got us all in trouble last week. All right, 32 again. That's another push. All right. Yeah, so we need to hit on this basket down here. It had to hit 3 times in order to recover that. So we're down 225 right now. Let's see, how do you think single zero roulette will rate versus double? All right, so there's some guys that have run a single, and they say the rating is a little less on the single zero. All right, so that there is a 3-chip profit. So we're gonna go ahead and just collect those 3 chips there. We need 2 more of those to retrieve that $225 we're down. Let's see, Ryan says, Aaron, tell LaYonda Richie said what's up. Yeah, I think that was a dealer on Grandeur. I think his name was Tank. He was pretty good. I like Tank. It was either that or Enchantment. I don't know. I get them two. What the heck? Where'd it go? You know, that's a good sign whenever you throw the ball out of the thing. Did I move one of those? I think I did. Might not have, but who cares? Let's see. So Harbor says, I play single a bunch, and it's half as many points as double. All right, there's your answer there. Will, that's your answer. All right, so 17, that's another push. All right, so here's Fox Gaming's on here. Hey, Fox, going after the point pusher again. Yeah, we're going to hit it again, you know. Hopefully better than last week's. Yeah, hopefully somebody brought good luck with them tonight. We need a good luck night for sure. So far, it's not terribly bad. You know, we're down $150 right now. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, somebody made a comment about trying to play the battleship strategy with green chips. I don't have enough money. We would have to charge some to our account to do that. All right, this is spin number 10. This could be spin number 11 because I think I've forgotten to move one. But I'm hoping I can get one of them basket hits right there. So everybody think a 2 or something like that. 0, 00. We want a green. That's for sure. All right, 11. All right, so that's another push. All right, so we've gone 10 spins with it, and we are down $150 right now. Okay, so that's 225 points in 10 spins. On the ship, that would probably be, that'd probably be close to 20 minutes worth of time on there. Because you're looking at probably 30 to 40 spins an hour at the real table, if I had to guess. Now, there's you know, some dealers that are much faster. It's according to how busy the table is. But based on what we did here, 10 spins, 225 points right now. All right, should we go ahead and just keep pushing forward? Because we're down $150, I want to get 5 more spins out of it. Try to get 5 more spins and see if we can just earn a few more points to make it worth that loss. I don't know if we can do it or not, but we're going to find out. Let's see. Ryan says, might as well push on to our 20. All right, we'll give it a try. All right, there we are, push. All right, let's keep on going. All right, Jason's on here. Hey, Jason. All right, I got y'all's chips in the mail, okay? I put them in the mail Tuesday or whatever. We'll see if they get there. Oh, you're what? Okay, you're busy right now, so you are going to watch later. All right, well, thanks for dropping on here, Jason. I appreciate it. All right, 24. That's another push. All right, thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. We'll catch up with you. Hopefully, we'll be. I should have a live next week, so try to jump on there next week, okay? Yeah, next week, you know, Sunday night, of course. I go on my cruise Monday morning, Monday on Utopia. All right, 32 is another push. All right, we need a basket hit. Let's see if we can get us something here. I mean, we're earning some points, that's for sure. At this level, I mean, we are grinding away some points. All right, 31, that's another push. All right, what we got here? So Professor says, I ran a simulator on Battleship for 100 spins and ended up almost even. I am really liking Battleship. I ran it yesterday for 100 spins right here on the wheel, and I did end up losing everything. Well, I didn't lose everything. I bought in for like $400, and I lost $200 of it. And but I was playing it with $2 chips. So it's a $48 average, you know, so you'd get an average of 50 points every 10 spins, give or take. But I lost $200, went 100 spins, so you're talking 500 points down $200. Okay, that's where I was at with it yesterday. All right, 19 is another push. It's like we need another jackpot with this strategy here. I mean, I like the coverage. I love the coverage. But it is just trying to worry about just getting those 3 down there. Man. And then when you have one of those happen there, that's what kills you. All right, so we just lost another $225 there. Let's see, we're gonna switch it up. Let's switch it up. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go 5 corners, 1 column with it. That's a lot. So 5 chips there, so that's 125. And we're going to go $50 on all them corners there. Let's see if we can make it happen. And I think if we just get a win, we just switch it back to, we'll just switch it back to point pusher. All right, what about the color dozens? I don't know. All right, 10. All right, that's a push. But we have increased our average. So that's 1, 2, there's 3, 50, 375 is what we have on the table right now. Switch over to Trevor's working man system. I'd have to see that one there, Ryan. Come on, let's get us something. All right, there we go. All right, so we got that 3 chips right there. So you want to go one more? Let's go one more. Let's go one more. Just one more spin. One more spin. But our average has obviously increased, but just a couple of spins now. So we're not going to say we're going to increase our average by pressing it up like this. All right, 29. Okay, so there's that 3 chip profit there. Bring that back to our rack there. All right, so we've gone 20 spins. I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug before we have a bust right there, okay? And we bought in for $1,000. So there's 500, 6, 7, 775. That is $225 lost right there. All right, but we went 20 spins with it. I couldn't afford that. So first session we bought in $1,000. We're out $775. That's a loss of $225. Spin count 20 spins at our average of $225 right there. So that should be 450 points in 20 spins right there. But that loss of $225 right there, so you're at what, 50 cents a point? So we're at 50 cents a point right now through that session there. All right, let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, and we're going to take this 75 right there. All right, let's see now. All right, what do we have? Somebody put something in there. They said something about a working man system. Let's see if we can get broke with that. Let's see, working man. Here we go. All right, Ryan put in there, switch to Trevor's working man strategy. Let's see, $100 on the third column and $150 on black. Oh, wow. I don't know if we can afford that, Ryan. Let's see, how can we reduce that? I mean, I feel like we're going to get hammered with that, but I mean, let's give it a try. So what do you think buy-in wise? Another $1,000? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. We're going to buy in for another $1,000. Or can we do it? We can't do it with 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just try it with 500. But I think it's going to be hard to dig out of a hole if we have a loss. That's where the problem's going to be with this one, because we are going to have a miss. Okay, so we can reduce it to that. Let's try it that way. Let's see. So we can reduce it to 50 and 75. What am I buying for? $500? Let's change your chips. Let's go greens. You know, playing with green chips makes you feel important at the table. It definitely gets some attention if you got green chips in front of you. All right, so here we go. So he says $50, $50 on the third column, 75 on black. All right, should we move it if something happens there, Ryan, or we're just going to flat bet it? What's our goal here? I know we would love to hit a black over on that column. So we've got $125 average right now. We got a walk away on this. And of course, we hit that right there. Let me pay out of this instead of mine. How about that? That makes a world of difference. Okay, so that's a $25 profit right there. Let's stick with it. Let's see. You're really playing for one of the jackpot numbers. Okay. All right, so we're hoping we hit a jackpot, which our jackpot would be 6, 15, 24, and 33. Grind it out and hope for the best. Okay. All right. Let's see, 3. All right, that's going to be another $25 profit right there. So we know what that is right there. All right, stay on that column there. We'll be in good shape. Because at least it's making $25. Unless I'm doing something wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. All right, here we go. Oh, 3. There we go. We're going to just grind away at $25 a piece right now is what we're going to do. Yeah, so you could reduce this down. You could play this with red chips. Have $10 there, $15 here. You couldn't play it with $2 chips because you won't match table minimum, but with the red chips you could. Usually, I mean, most of the tables are $10. Well, there went all that. That lost, that lost. All right. Let's see, we're going to go 75. We're going to go 50. 50 right there. So we're pretty much down $50, really. Yeah. All right, 20. Okay. All right, so that is that's a $25 profit there. Yeah, we need a jackpot. A couple jackpots. Yeah, I think we might run that battleship strategy here tonight. So it's black, so that's going to be another $25 profit there. Let's get 10 spins out of this. See if we can survive the 10 spins. If we can, maybe we can recover that $75 we're down right there. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. All right, make sure to hit that like button for me if y'all don't mind. And that is a complete loss. Ay. All right, come on. We need a big win. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this strategy here. I mean, if you get on a good run of black numbers, you know, you'd be in good shape, really. 33, there we go. We finally got a jackpot. All right, so we got right there, and then we got those 2 right there, and we are at 8 spins right now. And let's see, bring all that back. Let's go one. We're going to go 2 more spins. We're going to finish off 10 spins with it. Our average is pretty good, $125. So we're going to get, hopefully, at 10 spins, 125 points. Now, those points aren't guaranteed. Every ship's different. Pit bosses are different. The spin counter is sometimes malfunctions. All right, there's another $25 profit right there. So, you know, whenever we're all saying you get your dollar amount every 10 spins in points, that's just experience. That's kind of what we've run into and what most of us have seen on the ship. You know, so, but it's not guaranteed. So you just kind of keep that in mind. And we got too greedy right there. That's what you said, wasn't it, Ryan? I would leave, don't get greedy. All right, that was it. We should have left. All right, so anyway, so we at 10 spins, $125 a spin. We bought in for $500 and we're leaving with $425. So, you know, it didn't go very well. We should have went when, you know, left when we were up. Let's see, $425. We lost $75 there. And we went 10 spins at $125 a spin. So that should be 125 points. All right, so there's 400 right there. Let's go ahead and get $400 there. 425. Let me go ahead and convert that to a $100 bill there. Get those greens back to the bank there. All right. I said I wanted to run Battleship. Now, unless you guys want me to run something else, I just kind of am liking that strategy. And that's definitely one I am going to, my goal with Battleship is to just sit at the table, buy in for $200 and just grind it out. All right, so I'm going to buy in for $200 for Battleship. And this might get kind of boring, but we're going to work through it the best we can. $200 in $2 chips. Okay, but I need to continue to run this out. We need to, you know, prove whether or not it works or not. I like the ability for it to recover. All right, so here we go. So the Battleship strategy is 5 chips or $10. $10. $10. And then we put a chip on those 8 numbers plus a chip on the 0-0-0 split. So with it set up this way, you have $48 out on the table. So your average is going to be 48 points every 10 spins. All right. And let's see, $45 loss, $45 loss. These 4 numbers, $45 loss, $30 loss. Okay. That's a $60 profit, a $30 profit, and a $30 profit. Okay, so that's how the payouts work on this strategy here. So it's almost like 45-55% loss to win or win to loss. So it's pretty good. I kind of like it. All right, so that's going to be a profit of, let's see, I think it's 12 chips. So I'm just going to pay 12 chips because that would be a $60 profit with. I'm sorry, I'm giving y'all totals for $5, but we're playing with $2 chips. So it's going to be a 12 chip profit. If I was to rake it all, that'd be 12 chips back to my rack. Okay? So bear with me. Let's see. Professor asks, can you do 4 chips on each corner? You can, yeah. So we could, I mean, to make it easier, we could go 4 chips and 4 chips just like that. It's going to pay the exact same. These are your jackpot numbers here, obviously. Okay, perfect. All right, so another 12 chip profit there. All right, so there is 12 chips profit there. I'm going to bring that back to our rack. Now, we are $48 in profit right now. You know, and you could develop a walkaway, but what I found with this one is you almost shouldn't set a goal. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe if you can get up $100, maybe, but I really can't see setting a goal on this. Buy in for what you're able to lose, and just kind of intend to, I'm going to play this until the wheels fall off, and I'm going to get as many points as I can. All right, so that is a 9 chip loss there. So I am 9 chips there. I'm going to pay them right there. And we'll go through these spins as fast as we can. I probably should spin that instead of chatting it up. All right, 3. All right, that's a $30 profit there. Not a $30, gosh almighty. So used to playing with $5 chips. That is a 6-chip profit. So bring 6 chips back to our rack there. Y'all probably like, what in the world is this guy drinking here? It's some good Southern sweet tea. All right, Ryan says, I played a session of Battleship at 120 level last week, went just about 30 spins and earned 370 points. Bought in for 1,000, left with 700. Okay, so Ryan ran it, but he lost $300 in 30 spins. But he earned 370 points. So, and he also says, I feel like maybe I could have stayed and recovered a little bit more, but didn't want to get wrecked. But they did rate it properly, so that answers the question of whether or not they rate you that for that fully. Okay, because that's one thing we're worried about is a pit boss that walks by and looks at this strategy and sees that you're covering 100% of the table with this strategy here. There is nowhere on this strategy that you lose 100% of your bet. That's the other good thing about this one. But like I said, you just buy in for what you can afford to lose is my recommendation, and play it till the wheels fall off, and stay there as long as you can. Because it goes through cycles. It's like we're doing really good right now. We're in profit. We ain't 100 yet, but we're getting close. We're $80 in profit, give or take, right now. So we could easily walk away and with profit here. So there is 5. That's going to be a 6-chip profit there. So there's 6 chips right there. Bring that back right there. But like I said, we're on a good run. We're making some good profit off of it right now, but I guarantee in just a couple of spins, we're going to get on a run of bad numbers, and we're going to keep losing 9 chips every single time. So Professor says, I am definitely going to run this week on Radiance. I will report back next week and let you know how it goes. Hopefully it gets rated as well as Ryan did. And Ryan says, I was actually on Radiance also. Okay. Oh, that's great to know. Okay, so that's Professor. All right, let us know how it goes. Man, we are killing it right now. That's another 12-chip profit there. All right. Maybe we set a walk away on this. If we get $200 up, maybe we go ahead and... no, this is what I would do. This is what I would do. If you get $100 in profit, go ahead and convert that $100 profit into a black chip. That's what I would suggest you do. And put that black chip in your pocket. That's where I would go with it. All right, so there we are. So there is that 6-chip profit there. All right, so we know we're in profit. Let's do that. All right, so that's 80, 90. There is $100 right there. Diller, let me have a black chip. All right, so I've got that black chip. Now I'm gonna put that away right there. So now I know I'm not gonna lose any more than $100. All right, I paid that. Okay. Yeah, who brought the good luck? That's what I'm wondering. Let's see, who's on here that wasn't on here last week? Raise your hand if you weren't on here the past 2 weeks. Because we have gotten killed the past 2 weeks. So if you could, be free every Sunday and join us, okay? All right, 21. All right, that is a 9-chip loss. And there is that 9 chips loss right there. Let me go ahead and put these away right here before I make a mess over here, because I know what's going to happen. All right, that's paid. Okay. All right, that is 10 spins. Let's see. Escape, she says, thanks. Let's see. So Escape must have brought the good luck with him. Okay, so Professor says, I have never been on a live before. I'll take credit. All right, Professor. You know, every once in a while, we need somebody to come on here and bring some good luck. So that's a 6-chip profit right there. Let's go ahead and fill our rack back up. How about that? Let's get another $100 there. Know what we're going to walk away with. Yeah, the live, you know, the people that watch the replay of the live, they don't get to see the chats. That's the thing. They just hear me yakking about what's on the screen, but they can't see it. I need to fix that, but, you know, I'm just trying to stay alive. All right, so here we go. So there's that. Another 9-chip loss there. All right, we're 13 spins into it. Let's see what happens. We've got $100 in our pocket already. We bought it for $200, so the worst we can do is lose $100 at this point. All right, 14. All right, man, we are killing it. That is a 12-chip profit there. Bring that back to our rack. Yep, so I'll be on Utopia next Monday. We got some friends of ours going, and they actually came over last night. And you know, most of you have seen my craps table that I kind of put together. And man, we threw dice for like 5 hours last night. So had us a good old time. That is a 6-chip profit right there. All right. Let's see if I can fill my rack up again. If I fill this rack up again, I'm going to go ahead and cash in for $100 again and go ahead and bring that back to in my pocket. Then I know I'll at least break even. All right, 8. And you know, now that I'm talking about it, we know what's about to happen. That bad run is about to take place. But I do like it's getting rated fully. So Ryan, you said they rated it properly. So how much did you say? Did you feel like you got the points? So the 120 level, you went 30 spins for 370 points. So that's right on the $120 for 30 spins. So that's really good, man. All right, there's that 12-chip profit again. Let's go ahead and spin the ball. Let's get that going while I count this out. That's 10. There is 12 chips right there. Oh man, we need 2 more chips and fill up this rack. All right, 29. Dang it. It's like every time we get going, it gets us a little bit. Spin it. I need somebody spinning this. I need a partner up here. I tried to convince my wife to come up here and, you know, and help out a little bit, but she's a little camera shy, so she's not really into coming up here and being involved like that. Let's see. So that's a 9-chip loss there. It's like, dang, that time we was getting going too. All right, so let's see. So, all right, Justin says, I'm working on editing videos. 10 on 000, 10 on 13 battleship. Gotta let me know. 23, all right. That's gonna be a 12-chip profit there. There is 12 chips right there. All right, let's get another one. Let's get another one. All right, so we're at 20 spins right now. Let's go ahead and finish it up here. We're 43 minutes into it. Unless you guys want me just to keep on pressing on, I mean, you kind of see what it's doing. We have had a very good session with Battleship right now. and 15. So there's that 45, not 45, gosh almighty. That 9 chip loss there. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead, we're gonna give the dealer, we're gonna go ahead and give the dealer $100 again. Dealer, let me have a black chip. So now, this is all we have left. Let's see if how long we can survive with that. Jeez, looks like it's gonna be for a long time. So there is 10, let's get 12 right there. I thought we was about to get on a bad run, and because I've cut my chips down. But now I'm hiding 2 chips there under my rack. Hey, and that's another thing to do while you're on the ship. Put those cash chips in your pocket. All right, take them off the table, and you know, make them disappear. That is a 6 chip profit there. That way, when you cash out, they don't give you, they don't say you've won money, okay? They can show it as you've lost money, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. All right, 7. All right, it's 40, gosh almighty. 9 chip loss there. Let's see if we run out of money, or at least run out of chips. We already got 200 locked in, which is our original buy-in. I know it takes forever to run this strategy here. All right, 36. That is a 6 chip profit. That's 5. Here is 6 chips profit right there. Yeah, I started running this yesterday a little bit, and then I went so long, I'm like, darn, I might as well start trying that third eye strategy. If it misses a few times. All right, so we hit 0. So that is a 6 chip loss right there. I think that's one thing I do like about this strategy. It is covering those zeros. Yeah, because most of our stuff, then zeros hurt us, except for point pusher. You know, point pushers, you're wanting them zeros. At least this one here, it's not a full loss. All right, 8. Another $45, not 40, gosh almighty. I'm going to have to stop playing it at this level here because I get totally screwed up. All right, 9 chip loss right there. And we are at spin 27. But, you know, honestly, you could buy in for $2,500 with this strategy and run all green chips. And you're going to make a pile of points running it that way, especially if it, you know, if it has a good cycle like it's doing right now. I know it seems like a lot, so that's a 9 chip loss there. All right, so Robert put a $2 super chat in there. All right, Robert, as soon as I get through with this one, we got 2 spins to go. So Robert got a super chat in there. He wants all on 18 for a 1-hit wonder spin. All right, 0. That is a 6 chip loss right there. So there is 6 chips there. All right, spin number 29. 29. Let's try it with green chips next week. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can do that. I need to bring more money to the bank or with me, or have to charge it to my CPass. How about that? Next week, we'll charge it to our CPass. You know, I wish those paid right there, but that is a 9 chip loss there. So there is 9 chips lost. All right, here we go. Last spin. 30 spins. And no matter what, we're not going to lose 100%. We might lose 9 chips. But, you know, hey, I'm okay with that. Let's see, 24. Oh, gosh. All right, I figured it would be that. There is 9 chips. All right, so that's it. So we've gone 30 spins with it. And we rake the table. That should put us at $48 profit right there. So there is $48 plus our $200 that we originally bought in with. So let's say we tipped the dealer. Let's just say we took $25. We tipped the dealer generously and put a big smile on your dealer's face. And that's the other thing I'm thinking about. You know, as you're playing this strategy here, you've got to, you know, you need to tip your dealer. What I think I'm going to do is when I buy in, I'm going to go ahead and get dollar chips. And every time I hit one of the big numbers that hits, they're going to get $1. You know, and just kind of develop you a tipping practice that, you know, that's fair. You know, you're buying in for a small amount of money, but that doesn't mean you can't tip, right? I mean, even though I buy in for small money, usually my chips are the only ones on the edge of the wheel before it's over with. All right, so there is $225 right there. Let's put them right there. All right, we have a one-hit wonder spin that Robert put in. Why didn't I write that down? So I said 200. We're out for let's say 225. Let's see, we went 30 spins, $48 a spin. We're going to say $50 a spin. So we're going to say another 150 points right there. Okay. All right. So Fox is asking, what is the buy-in with the green chips? Okay. So I would say if you were going to run Battleship with green chips, get $2,500 in green chips. That's probably what I would do with it, because what I have noticed is if it's a rack of $2 chips, you know, that's $200. If it's a rack of red chips, that's $500. A rack of chips does really well for Battleship, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. So a rack of green chips, you know, you'd have another stack of green in here. Those are $500 a piece. So you're looking at $2,500 for a buy-in to run it with green chips. Now, what would our total be on that? Let's look at that after we do this spin. All right, Robert's got a one-hit wonder spin on here. Let's go ahead and knock that out, Robert. Let's see, where'd my chip go? Okay, so let's see. All right, so here it is. Here's your chip that you're playing for right here. So Robert put a $2 super chat in there. He's trying to win a chip. And if he wins, he has to send me an email to roulettecruisin@gmail.com. He sends me his name, his address, and his screen name. And, you know, we ship it to him. So let's see what happens. All right, Robert, let's go. All right, can we get it? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, we got it. All right, Robert, you got it. We got you a check mark on the win there on your one-hit wonder spin. So there is your chip. I'll set that over here to the side so I am sure not to forget that. So you have won another chip, Robert. Robert's winning a chip every week. All right, so Robert is tearing it up. All right, do I have? I don't have any more green chips. How much time we got? Let's see. It's been 53 minutes. All right, let's take a look at it. So somebody's asked about the Battleship strategy with green chips. So let's say we just bought in for $2,000. I got to borrow I gotta borrow one of those. All right, so there is 25 right there. Okay, so now we are at, that's 500, 1,000. There is 2,000, okay? So $2,000 in green chips right now. Uh-oh, Harbor to Happy Hour has put a $1.99 in there, all on red. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. So we're gonna go all on red. This is another one-hit wonder spin. And let me make sure I get that noted there to make sure. So, Harbor. Okay. All right, we got you in there. All right, so he's put in a $1.99 super chat. Here's your chip right here that he's playing for. We got a one-hit wonder spin, 20 chips. That's on red. So here we go. Let's see if he can get it. We gave it a good spin. We got that ball really going. And I sure do appreciate these super chats. All right, let's see if we can get us a red. Oh, about as worse as you can get. 0. All right. Well, Harbor, I appreciate you sending me that super chat, but that's a no win for tonight. All right, but I sure do appreciate the super chat donation to the channel. All right, so here we are. Now we're back. I need a commercial break. Now we're back. All right, so I'm late. All right, Stelly's on here. Well, you know, we started at 9, so I missed everything. Hey, you still got time to get a super chat in, and you can do a one-hit wonder spin if you want, to like on the ship. That's right, Harbor. All right, so here we go. So we wanted to see Battleship. How much is it going to be? What's our total going to be to run Battleship with green chips? All right, so 125, 125, and 125. All right, somebody add that up. 125, 125, 125. Then we have $200 here. And then 25 right there. So let's see, let's just take them off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $600. All right, we are at $600 on the table. So the question earlier was, on a 4-night cruise, I'm looking to get 3,000 points. Well, this could get there pretty quick. All right, so $600 a spin. Let's just see what happens. It's going to play exactly the same as the $2 chips, except the wheel is going to tear us up. We already know that's going to happen. So it doesn't matter, you know, we can run this thing if we want, but we know it's about to kill us. All right, so there's that 0 there. So that is a 6-chip loss. That is $150 lost right there, okay? But don't think about it as $150 lost. Just think of it just 9 chips. Now, if I could buy in and I could have green chips and not even put any thought as to their $25 a piece, I could probably run this strategy with green chips. All right, 5. Wow, that is a 9-chip loss right there. All right, you know those good spins we had earlier? We might have used them all up. Let's see. Mustafa, it says your personal trick share on what? I'm trying to read that. Trick share on roulette. Okay. All right, 23 right there. All right, so here we go. So that is a 12-chip profit right there. So there is 12 chips right there. So we retrieved everything but $75. All right, now we have $600 on the table. With 9 chips, that's $225. So the most you can lose any one spin is $225. But I don't have a bankroll to run this, but I would love to see somebody run it at this level, and just to see how it does, and let us know, you know, how it goes. I know how the message will go. Yeah, your system really sucks, you know, so that's normally how it goes. We come up with a bulletproof system, and then the first person that tries it in the casino, it rips them a new one. Ain't that right, Ryan? All right, so here we go. Let's see if we can get it back. 6. Okay, well, we're working that way. All right, that is a 6-chip profit there. Let's just see. Uh-oh. Well, message retracted. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. And 5. Gosh, man. All right, we need a good win or two. Let's see. That is 9-chip. Yeah, it's a 9-chip loss. Yeah, it's a lot of money on the table. Hey, David, how you doing? It's let's see. We're almost at 1 hour. Yep, that's how it goes. Yeah, we used up all of our good spins earlier. 24. Oh my God. All right. I don't know why I'm doing this. We just got through running this strategy and actually did really well. But, you know, now we're digging us a hole. But this strategy has the potential to dig out of that hole. That's kind of what I'm liking about it, is its ability to recover after several losses. But, you know, it's not always going to happen. All right, that's another 6-chip loss. We're not really counting these spins here to against our money for the night. We're just doing a test sample as to if you could run this with $600 on the table with a $2,000 buy-in. I'm thinking you need to have $2,500 to buy in for it to run it at this level. But still, that's a lot of money on the table. All right, 9. All right, here we go. We're about to get on that recovery right here. So that is a 6-chip profit there. All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see, Sammy's on here. Sammy says, greens, the unlucky chip color tonight. Yes, we shouldn't have played greens. Was this Ryan's idea? This is Harbor. He says, I have done this and got wrecked. Well, we're in that, we're headed that direction at the moment. But we're spending Ryan's money right now. He let us use his card to charge to the room. So, you know, that's how this is going to work. Hopefully we can get your money back, Ryan. All right, let's see. This is spin number 10, but I don't want to leave because we got to recover that. 23. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, that's a 12-chip profit there. All right, there is 12 chips right there. Come on, let's get us a few of those. We are 11 spins. Not all his ideas are good. Ryan says, ha ha. He says, I'm sure the king of getting wrecked, Trevor. You know that. Okay. All right, 18. Dang it, man. Yeah. The bad luck green, so I don't know. Every time I try to increase something, it always goes south on me. Yeah. Ryan says he's the king of getting wrecked. David says battleship sinks fast. Well, they did good. We already ran it 30 spins and actually did pretty good. All right, so that is a 6-chip profit there. And we only need like 3 of those and we'll be back in good shape. So let's see. We're going to go for 20 spins. That's kind of the plan. We're at 13 spins right now. Let's just see if we can grind it back. We may not go 20. If I get 2 good wins, we might go ahead and pull the plug. All right, 13. Okay, so there is that 12 chip profit there. All right, so there is 12 chips right there. I'm gonna almost launch the ball across the room again. All right. I don't know. It's like something's changed or something. Wait, did I move it? Yeah, I did. That's 14 spins now. All right, we're gonna get it. Who on here can play it at this level? That's what I'm curious to know about. I would love to see somebody run this at this level. Yeah, I know I could never do it unless I win. If you see me playing this, you'll know I probably won the lottery. Okay, so just to let y'all know, a 0-0. All right, so that is a 6 chip loss there. Come on, get us some lucky wins. Now you can change this up. I'm just letting you guys know. You could move to the first column, slide these 8 chips up to those numbers there. You could slide this over here, play these 8 numbers. You know, you can shift this around a little bit. I like where they're at because these are some of the most popular numbers that a lot of people play. But you can shift them around a little bit. Completely up to you. All right, we are in bad shape. We have got a hole in the ship. Let's see. David says this should be renamed to submarines because those chips are up and down like the periscope. 31. Son of a gun. Now, we didn't have this many losses earlier. We did actually really good earlier. Let's see. Fox says, I got to catch a monster roll on the craps table to play it at this level. Yeah, I know. But, you know, hey, you could see earlier, if we'd have been playing with green chips earlier, we would have killed them on points. All right, let's get a couple of these. This is it. This is going to start the recovery right here. So that's a 6 chip profit right there. We are on spin number 18. No, 19. Can't catch or can't count. So 19 spins. So there is 200, 200, 200. All right, what do we got? 18. Ah, dang it, man. What the heck? There is 9 chips gone right there. Oh, yeah. All right, there we go. 20 spins. Might go better at the black chip. Yeah, we're going to play with good luck black chips. So let's see, to play it with black chips, 2, 4, 6, 18. You got to buy in for $10,000 to play it with black chips. All right. Yeah, you would. That ain't going to work out too well. All right, so there is. We lost right there. So there's those 9 chips there. All right, we went 20 spins. 20 spins at the $600 level of the battleship strategy. And let's see, we finished with, what do you have, $2,000? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $575. You know, so this, I'm not going to keep track of that, but if you run it at that level, you're at $600. That's 600 points every 10 spins. Now, that would have been 1,200 points earned, but you've lost, let's see, there's 200 each stack, I do believe, right there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1,200, 1,400. So $1,425 is what we lost. But we did earn 1,200 points to do it. So, you know, you're over $1 a point at that, you know, running at that. Now, I think if we had had another stack of greens, another $500, maybe to $2,500, maybe we can get into the cycle of some good wins in a row, because it does happen. All right, so keep that in mind. I wouldn't be able to run it at this level, to be honest. You know, I'm just showing you guys just for reference, because some people like, well, I don't like playing with $2 chips. I'm a $5 or a $25 chip kind of player, and that's fine. You know, if you can afford it, that's all well and good. Just kind of showing you guys the possibilities of running a strategy like this at that level. I wouldn't suggest it, but hey, opportunity is there to make a lot of points. And if we'd have been playing the earlier session with green chips, I do believe we would have made out really good during that session. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get that last spin one-hit wonder going. If you guys want to start dropping your last spin one-hit wonder bets in the chat there for me, we'll get that going. We got 9 colors, 10 colors, counting the special chips, so we can get 10 people. So the first 10 people that put their one-hit wonder bet in there, we'll get that going for you guys. And the winner for that will get a chip. All right, I'll ship this chip to you. If you win, you got to email me at roulettecruisin@gmail.com. Send me your name, your address, and your screen name so I know that you won, and then I can get that sent to you. All right, so here we go. So they're coming in. I'll get my phone here so I can actually see something. All right, let's put that right there for right now. And let's see. Oh, we got to add our points up. So let's add that up. So 4, 5, 6, there's 7. So 725 points for tonight. All right, so 725. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. So $1,225 is what we're leaving with. All right, so that is $275 to earn 725 points. All right, not bad. I'll take that. I'll take that almost any night, to be honest. I think we had some good sessions tonight running that. And Oakley, Robert got a one-hit wonder spin and got a win off of that. So here we go. Let's get these one-hit wonder spins going here. Whew. All right, so Sammy, black chips. Okay, so we're starting here. Robert, you are going to be blue. All right, so Robert. And let's see, you want all on 1324 column. 13, we're going to put you right there. I think that's what you're meaning there. All right, Robert, we got you right there. All right, and Sammy. So Sammy, you are going to be orange. All right, so here we go, Sammy. All right, you want 12 chips on 1924 double street and 8 chips on 2225 split. All right, got you, Sammy. All right, Fox. All right, here we go. Fox, you are going to be green. All right, so here we go, Fox. I got you. All on 19. I guess is that 19 to 36. Just send me a thumbs up because I think that's 19 to 36, not 19 to 26. Okay, so there you go. So 19 to 36 is what I got you there, Fox. Send me a thumbs up if you're okay with that. All right, so let's see. Next up, David. David, you are going to be purple. All right, David. Let's see. All on third column. All right, there you go. Got you all on third column there, David. Okay, Andrew. Andrew, you are going to be yellow. All right, Andrew, let's get you. So 5 chips. There's 5 chips on 000, 15 on 4-8 corner. All right, 15 on 4-8 corner. Got you, Andrew. All right, so let's see, Patty. All right, Patty. We are going to give you pink. All right, so here we go, Patty. 10 on third 12. So 10 on third 12. 10 on 28, 31 corner. 28, 31 corner. All right, we're going to go right there. Okay, here you go. All right, you're set, Patty. All right, next up is red. All right, Harbor. All right, you are going to be red. Third column. All right, we got two of you on the third column. All right, I got you, Harbor. Let's see, Ryan. Ryan, you are going to be black. All right, so let's see, blacks. Where are they at? All right, there we go. All right, Ryan. 10 on second column. All right, 10 on second column. 10 on third dozen. 10 on third dozen. Gotcha. All right, Robert says he's good. Big day. Don't forget me. I was at the top. Oh, okay. 10 to 36 for Fox. Can't see it, Big Day. Yeah, and I can't see it either, Big Day. Put it back in there. Let's see, because back up, I see, the last thing I see, I'm looking. Yep, I don't see it. Put it back in there, Big Day. I don't want to leave you out, so I'll give you a minute to get it back in there. We'll go ahead and get you white chips ready. All right, white chips for Big Day. 4. Okay, we need more than that. You want it all on 4? Let's see. All right, so let's see. So Jason's getting the special chips. All right, here we go. We're going to get Jason in there. Jason won last week. He hit that 34 straight up with a punch. I think all of his chips were on there. So let's see. Sammy says for Jason, is there room for 20 on the 34th Street? Yep, we got him right there. Let's go ahead and get him in there. How can we see the history? I have no idea. Big Day, what do you want? All right, we got you on 4. You say 4. Is that all you're wanting? Is all 20 on number 4? Pretty sure that's not what you want. How can we see the history? Like I'm guessing you're asking about the chat history. Now you got to scroll up. That's all I know. Because whenever I go off the live, it all disappears. That's what sucks about it. I meant past spins. Oh, you can't. You got to go back and watch the video. That's about the best I can do. All right, Big Day. Are we good there? You're wanting it all there? You want it all on the 4th Street there? Come on. All right, I don't want to screw it up for you, but this is all we got to work with right here. I know as soon as I spin the ball, I know what's going to happen. What all you want is going to drop in there, but there we go. We're going to go ahead and go with you right there. All right, Big Day, you're right there on the 4th Street there. Let's see what happens here. All right, here we go. This is the last spin one-hit wonder for episode 46. Thanks, guys, for participating. Let's see who our winner is for tonight's last spin, one-hit wonder. Everything's out on the board. I see there's one number that's left exposed right now. Just one number. So let's see if it's going to hit it or not. That would be funny if it did. All right, 25. Right there it is. All right, so let's do the math on that. All right, that's 8 on there for orange. I'm pretty sure that's going to be our winner because that's going to pay 17 to 1 times 8. That's going to be more than this. That's going to be more than these two. All right, there it is. So orange is Sammy. All right, Sammy, again, you are tonight's winner of the last spin one-hit wonder. verify it for me. Make sure, because I don't want to do another spin tomorrow. But I can almost guarantee, Sammy, you're the winner. And send me that email. I'm pretty sure I've already put 2 chips in the mail for you. So there it is. That's tonight's Sunday night spins. Ryan, I sure do appreciate that super chat. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. I should be on here next week. And I guess if anything changes, I'll post something on there. Make sure to check the description now. So before you get out of here, look down in the description. There is a Facebook link on there that takes you right to a brand new profile that I created for Roulette Cruisin. And while I'm on cruises and stuff like that, I may go on there and kind of share some stuff on there and just kind of give y'all some special content there. All right, guys, I sure appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button for me. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to 35 to 1 Roulette Cruisin. And until next time, happy cruising. We'll see y'all. Bye.